Hello friends, welcome back to our little coffee club. If you saw last week's video, you saw the beginning of the brew session that I had to split and I finished out here in the balcony. Now I'm recording the intro clip to the video you're watching today. Today you'll see the espresso portion of this brew session. If you want to see the pour over part of it, watch last week's video. And yeah, let's first talk about the drinks I'm having tonight. So first, let's talk about the coffee. I brewed Ken's coffee, one of Ken's coffees. I'll put a picture of it here. I think it's the same one. I think it's the same one from this video, but because I recorded that already over a week ago, I can't. Yeah, it should be that brew session. Should be the same coffee. The one that has that beer processing or something like that. I looked that up, man. I never heard of that. So, but yeah, what an excellent coffee. Here it is. All right, so in a little bit, we'll get back to the brew session and you'll see the espresso portion of that. But let's talk about everything else up here. So, I wanted to make a rum drink tonight because my father-in-law, shout out to Raul, he gave me a bottle of rum and I wanted to try it out. I was gonna make a mojito, so very classic drink. But unfortunately, I went to the market, they didn't have fresh mint. So without that, I can't make it happen. So I decided, well, we're gonna have to make a rum and coke. I did make it with a Cuban twist. I did the Cuba Libre, which is a squeeze of lime, and then you garnish with a lime wedge. And yeah, a rum and coke, very classic, easy to make. Cheers. Wow, that's refreshing. So much ice on it. There's so much condensation. I should have brought a little towel or something because it's very humid, very humid. It's not so hot, but it's just very humid. The cup is like drenched, it's like probably dripping on me. Anyway, and this one here, this is the Buffalo Trace, the bottle of Buffalo Trace. That's you will see this bottle featured in the unfinished project. Okay, so hopefully tonight I'm gonna record all the rest of the clips that I need to finish that, and it features this bottle of Buffalo Trace. And tonight I'm having a little bit of it neat, and this is for you here off with their heads. Man, that is nice. Got the spiciness, the oak, the vanilla. It's delicious. Buffalo Trace, neat. I have to say, from the bourbons I've tried, well, this might be my favorite one. I do have to say, delicious. And of course, water. I always bring a glass of water. Again, from all the drinks, this is the best choice. So, you should just drink water. Yeah. Best choice for sure. Okay, so I told you what the drinks are. What else I have to talk about tonight? I ground the coffee this time. For this brew, I ground it on the Pietro. And by now, you guys should have seen, I believe wow. No, maybe not. I better not talk about that. I don't think you guys have seen the Pietro versus the Duo as of yet. So I'm not gonna talk about it. All I will say is that there is something to it. I never expected to really see much of a difference, but the more I use it and the more I get used to tasting it, yeah, I could see you guys had a point. Yeah, I'll wait till the second video, the comparison. By now you should have seen the Pietro and the Niche. Almost for sure you saw that. But the Pietro and the Duo, I don't think so. So, there's more Pietro comparisons coming. I'm also going to do the Pietro and the K Plus, my two hand grinders. Battle of the hand grinders, we'll see. But there's something to it. I will just leave it at that. And this coffee, again, man, wonderful. Again, this one, even in the smell, there's a little bit of something different in it. A little, I wouldn't call it funkiness because it's still very well done and very clean, but there's something there. It's not just straight up washed. Yeah, but very pleasant, beautiful coffee, very well balanced. Just a pop of acidity, not high at all. Just like the first one, the acidity was very well controlled. There was also a little something extra going on in it. And like this one with a little pop of acidity, very sweet coffee, very well balanced, easy to drink, just beautiful. Yeah, so far I've reviewed 3 of Ken's coffees, and so far it's been just a wonderful experience. Thank you so much, buddy. I really appreciate that. Just excellent. Excellent so far. And I'm sure it's gonna only get better. I wonder if you threw at least one curveball. You know, just one something there that to keep me on my toes. I don't know. So far, I doubt it. This looks, to me, very high-end. Let's see. I'm gonna take a look to see if I have any notes as to the second clip that I had to record, which is this one. Make sure I'm not forgetting anything. And then after this, I'm gonna get into the unfinished project and hopefully record everything else that I need to record for that. But let's take a look. Let's take a quick look as to the second video. Oh yeah, and it's funny because one of the notes is in regards to Richie Everett, the guy that I'm always bringing up because it got me in trouble on YouTube. There's more to that story. I don't know if I want to get into all of that right now. Man, I think I might leave that story for another time, or this is gonna get again super long. This clip is gonna end up probably being like 15 minutes, plus you're gonna see the rest of the brew session, the espresso. But yeah, this is funny enough, one of the notes is in regards to that, and here he is playing in the background. There's more to that story. We'll get around to it. It's something pretty cool happened, pretty interesting. All right, let's keep going. Okay, hold on. There's a loud vehicles. Man, so annoying. I don't even know if you guys saw the light flashing. They did that just for, just for the heck of it. Okay, so something else I wanted to mention is in regards to you guys wanting me to try the new school type of brewing, which I refuse to call espresso because let's face it, it's not really espresso. Maybe a turbo could be espresso. A turbo could possibly be espresso, but definitely not the soup. So, but you guys have requested for me to, another loud vehicle. Okay, but you guys have requested for me to try the turbo, try the soup. I've already recorded that. You will see that. Yeah, you haven't seen that yet. You will see that soon. I recorded it. So, yeah, it was an interesting brew session. Let's just call it. But that's upcoming. My first time trying soup and turbo. Let me see if I have any other notes. Okay, that covers everything that I had planned to talk about on this clip. So hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of the brew session and the espresso part of it. Thank you for hanging out for a little bit out here with me. The new lighting, the new setup, the new ambience. And now I'm gonna try to finish this clip and get to try to finish that unfinished project. So thank you for watching, and well, watch the rest of the the rest of the brew session. Hopefully you enjoy the espresso portion, and yeah, see you on the next one. All right, here we go. Yet another clip. So I have my 18 grams ready to go. We're gonna grind on the niche 0 for espresso. I have it set at grind size 14. Lately, the grind size 14, 15, somewhere around there. It's been working well for espresso. And yeah, that's what we're gonna try. And I was drinking my coffee and thinking, man, I really have a lot of fun with my YouTube coffee family. This has been like a really cool thing for me to these videos and sharing with you guys and getting to know some of you guys. It really is. It really has been an experience. Really cool. I mean, I really like doing it. And if I do start the other channel, I don't know. I want to share other things, not just coffee. Of course, coffee will be a part of it because it's just coffee's a big part of my life. So, there'll be a lot of coffee there too. But All right, so we got 17.9, between 17.9 and 18 is fluctuating, so let's try this. I know the focus is locked and it's not perfect, but I will try to fix it in a second. And I don't want to have to restart another clip. Okay, there you see it. Let me get closer. There you go. Okay, so that's the roast level we're working with. Like I had told you guys, it's medium light. It's not, you know, I said it on the video I recorded yesterday, that this is not at all what I was expecting from these Nordic style coffees. Like I expected something like much lighter, something completely different. You know, this is the same kind of thing I get from Good Brothers or most of the other places, DAC and all these other folks. Yes, this is nothing like you would find anywhere around Miami other than like you go to Panther Coffee or Vice City Bean or one of these specialty coffee shops. But anywhere else, it's going to be much darker than this. So yeah, I guess if you're jumping from like what you normally find in Miami to this, you'll be shocked. But I'm already used to this. So yeah, I thought it would be even lighter. So I don't know, maybe some of the bags will be lighter, but the one from yesterday was, you know, pretty much like this too. And I was shocked. I was like, wow, I was not expecting this at all. So I know you guys are going to see this video first, and that's a little bit of a spoiler. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that at least. All right, let's grind this. So yeah, grind size 14. Let's see. So yeah, overall, a lot more developed than I was expecting. Let's see if we still have our 18 grams. This thing's about to time out probably. Wow, okay, that's a lot of retention, 0.4. That's unusual. Maybe there's a bean still stuck in there or something. I don't know. I don't think so. Nothing's falling through. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit of bellows. Okay, let's do some bellows. Hold on. Let's grab it from here, come back over to this side. Usually don't have to do bellows on the niche zero, but that's very unusual. For with a light coffee, it's unheard of. And still, I'm missing a little bit. But I'm gonna roll with this. I'm not gonna go crazy about it, but all right. 17.8, let's fix the focus and move forward. I'm gonna put this back over here. All right, so we are at 17.8. Again, now this thing is, I've been recording for quite a while. I've gotten, this got a lot more intricate than I was expecting when I first thought about continuing with the video this morning. I never expected to have to pull out my laptop and all these papers and start looking for some information and getting things ready like this. And then it's just been delay after delay. All right. Okay, so this has got to be really hot by now. Oh, today I did take the time to swap out the baskets. So the basket you're gonna see in the Flair, let me refocus. I don't remember if, okay, right there. Okay, so the basket that right now is in the Flair is the one usually in the Bianca, because today I want to use my puck screen sandwich once again that one of you guys recommended. I do like that workflow. I just don't want to always have to switch out the baskets. It works just fine the other way. I'm not worried about this thing getting dirty. I can't imagine it getting dirty. I just rinse it a couple times and it's ready to go. This thing is so easy to maintain. Another thing is that, you know, we can start playing with water chemistry. Oh, my kettle timed out. It should still be hot, but all right. But yeah, now I can start playing with water chemistry. I do want to order some water packets, maybe from, what's it called? Third Wave, I think, the water, or maybe Lotus, or one of these water people that sell the minerals to add to distilled water, and play around with water chemistry a little bit. You guys know how I handle the water for my espresso machine and for my filter coffee that I make every day. I'm not gonna get into that, but I've never played with the little packets and just getting distilled water. Is there a difference? Is it worth it? You know, again, that would be coming from an average consumer like myself, or, you know, a hobbyist, not an expert. And maybe you might have heard someone say, oh, it makes a difference. But, you know, if it's coming from Lance, if it's coming from James Hoffman, someone like that, that is an expert, you know, it might not translate to what you're gonna see, an average, you know, hobbyist like myself, or like some of you watching. So sometimes it's good to get the perspective of just the average dude, you know? So yeah, that's what I plan. I plan on ordering the maybe third wave, the packets, and mix it with the distilled water, make some, play with water chemistry and see, can you really taste any difference and make a difference? Is it worth buying? So because on here, you don't have to worry about scale or anything like that. You can put anything you want in here, and it's just rinse it and you're good to go. That's one of the pluses on the Flair. This thing's like bulletproof. What's gonna happen to this thing? Maybe the heater could break eventually. I don't know. Just maybe you could just order just a heater. I mean, we'll see. I mean, we'll keep an eye on everything and see what happens through time, right? So yeah. Okay, but here's the 2 puck screens, and yeah, this is deeper. So when I tamp today, it's more like what I'm used to feeling, and usually I'll do a better job with tamping as well. I'm gonna bring this down now, because I did try pouring with the handle up. I didn't enjoy that. I think it's better to just fill and move it up and then top it off and then pull the shot. Yeah, for me, it just worked better, that part of it. But as it's warming and the whole time, I'm gonna leave it up so that way it's not cooking the, the little plastic pieces like you guys told me. That does sound like a good idea. Okay, I'm not sure if I had fluffed it up. I already forgot. So let's just redo it. No harm in doing that twice. My water temperature is back up. We'll see what we get from the espresso. So yeah, today is not a work day for me, so I have more time to do one of these Friday videos, which I can obviously take more, if it's more of a intricate kind of a video that I want to make. Like today I wanted to make filter coffee and a Flair shot, so it's gonna have to be like a day when I'm not working, because in the morning I have to be done faster than this. I could have done one or the other, but not both. Yeah, but I knew this one I was gonna have to edit and everything, so yeah, have to dedicate more time to this one. Okay, I'm gonna distribute today. Distributor is out. I could see that that is way in there. Holy cow. Okay, we'll see what happens. Again, I'm gonna tamp with my favorite, just my regular Elite tamper. Okay, nice little polish. I think it's nice and even. I think I did a good job with that. And here's my puck screen sandwich. Let me show you guys first before I throw that in there. But looks nice. First I go with the one that came with the Flair, this really thin one. And because this basket is deeper, now I can put my other puck screen. And you know, this sounds like a really good idea, but again, I would have to always switch out the basket, and I'm not sure if I want to do that every time. Okay, so we lock in, make sure that's down. I'm gonna fill up. Okay, let's go right into that. Let me get my, hold on, getting ahead of myself again. Start the Akaya. Let me remember last time I pulled the shot and I didn't have the phone in the right position. And this does give you a pretty good angle, because you could kind of see the timing and the scale, and you could kind of see the bottom of the portafilter. So all of that, you know, for this kind of setup, works just fine. Should be locked there. Okay, let me get my shot glass. I have to heat it up. Forgot to do that. I use the water from the kettle to heat it up. Let's give it a couple seconds here. Get it hot. All right. Okay, now the shot glass is nice and warm. Yeah, I think I centered that well. All right. I have it on the automatic espresso function, so we'll get the timing from first drip. On this coffee, from first drip, maybe 30 seconds, because the whole entire workflow takes about another 30 seconds. So it ends up being like one of those Flair shots. Although right now there's no water on the puck whatsoever. I'm just filling it up. You can hear it boiling. Okay, now as soon as I lift this, the water's gonna drop onto the coffee. You know, I can use the other scale. Let's see how long, if I'm getting any better at this. So right now there's no water on the coffee itself. Okay, let's start the time here on this scale. I'll tell you guys how it goes. I will go up. And now I top off. Get the air bubbles out. Okay, that's pretty quick, 17 seconds, and I'm already pressing. You know what? I don't think I had enough water here, or I still have. Okay, I thought I had it. I thought I had it right. I need to put some more water in this, or it's not gonna go well. Okay, now it's 37 seconds. That's more like usually what happens to me. Okay, the pressure right now is at 3 bar. I'm just gonna hold it for a little bit, go slow. Okay, now I'm ramping up. Now I'm at 5 bar. We got first drip, and it was almost a minute before we even got first drip. Now it's a minute on the other scale. So it was about 50 seconds before we got first drip. I'm at 7.5 bars. So right in the middle of the red espresso zone on the pressure gauge. I'm looking for 45 grams out. Yeah, this is too fine, but we'll see what we get. I mean, the pressure is really constant, right in the middle of the red area. Really smooth, right? I mean, the pressure felt perfect. It was right in the middle of the red area. Let me get this out of the way or it's gonna start dripping. I'm getting the hang of that. Let me get the other thing. Okay, so yeah, it was like a minute long shot from first drip. That is way too long. And like a minute of pre-infusion. This is what always ends up happening to me. It turns out like this. Hold on, let me refocus and all this stuff. Okay, here we go. Okay, but all of these shots end up tasting, perfectly okay. I'm gonna let it cool a little bit there, guys. Let me plunge this down, get the excess water out. The puck integrity was holding perfectly. I don't see any signs of channeling or anything. And I could feel it. The pressure was so constant and so easy to keep in the middle of the red zone. Okay, let me lift this. I don't want to cook it, as you guys have told me. And I can get this out. This should be dry now. You could see there are no drips, nothing. Nice and dry. Okay, and I'm gonna turn off the heater because I think this shot is gonna be just fine. I'll be shocked if it's not, because all of these shots that have the process has got, and this one went very well. I mean, I just took long to start. All right, cheers. Okay, lovely shot. New school. The upfront acidity is not even that high. Very sweet. Just it turned out great. The video I recorded yesterday, I made filter coffee and espresso just like today, but I made the espresso on the Bianca. But I don't want to give any spoilers. You'll have to see what happened. But yeah, I gotta say this. Let's just say today's shot is better. Of course, it's a different coffee altogether. So I'm not saying it's the Flair or the Bianca or what. It's a different coffee. I think the process went down pretty much what I normally like doing. Let me go ahead and rinse this thing one time as I let the shot cool a little bit further. I like rinsing this twice. Turn off the kettle, it doesn't have to be hot. But I like doing two rinses. I know the water's coming out the bottom. I'm aware. Okay. One more time. All right, now, after this, this is perfectly clean. I don't, I never see anything in there. It looks like new. And there's nothing else that you should be doing with this. I don't see what's the worry about. I don't know. To me, it's like super clean now. I just give it a quick wipe and I'm ready for the next time. So easy to maintain this thing. So far, I really love it. I do have to say, I love the Flair so far. All right, cheers. Yeah, this one is perfect balance. Nice sweetness. It still has the upfront acidity. A lot of flavor. Very nice coffee. I would still say citrusy. It carried over from what I just had on the filter coffee, but just more intensity. Okay, but same kind of qualities. I wanted to turn the rest of it into an Americano, but I ran out of water in the kettle. I'm gonna get another clip because I do wanna try this on.
Call from 1955898.
Okay, so I just started another clip and let me see if it's, yeah. So the mic was not on and, but okay, I'll recap. So I'll show you, I just added the water on here. So I'll show you the clip that I recorded with no audio, but I just added the water to the espresso, and I was telling you guys that you might have heard that right when I was finishing the last clip, the phone rang, and because my phone is connected to the speaker that's playing in the background, it's not playing off the phone, but still the phone was connected to it and the call went over there. Let me start the music back up. Okay, we got the little music going. All right, but anyway, I had forgot to turn the microphone back on, so I recorded a small clip with no audio. Let's stir this. So this coffee worked perfectly for filter coffee and for espresso because the espresso was fabulous. Only reason I'm adding the water is I just want to know, how does it work for an Americano? So here we go, cheers. I added very little water, by the way, because I can always add more, but so let's see how it is. I want to keep the intensity because the intensity was nice. The balance of the coffee is perfect. This coffee works perfect for both filter and espresso. So yes, that one worked perfectly for both. The Slayer type shot I just finished pulling on the Flair, it was not exactly what I said, the way I wanted it to go down, but it worked out perfectly. It tastes great. Yes, it was one of those long shots. It worked. It's just perfect. Cheers. Okay, still a little intense for an Americano. Let's top it off a little bit more. Let's try it there. I gotta remember, when I'm trying to turn one of these shots into an Americano, just, I can always add more, but you can't go backwards. Try again, cheers. That's about right. I don't want to add any more water, so I'm done with that. This is perfect. Okay, so as espresso, it was lovely. As filter coffee, it was, I gotta say, even better. I mean, just to make great filter coffee. But the espresso is wonderful as well, especially for those of you that like the new school. But you guys know how I go back and forth. I enjoy dark roast for espresso. I enjoy light roast for espresso. I can go back and forth. The filter coffee it made was excellent. The espresso was excellent. So it works very well as both. And as an Americano, again, same thing. It's just wonderful. Yeah, so this is a bag of coffee I can take out in any moment, whether I want to make espresso or an Americano or filter coffee or whatever, it just works. Now, for milk drinks is the only thing, you know, for me, I would still try it, but more likely than not, I would like something darker with more classic, regular, you know, I shouldn't say regular, but just more traditional type of espresso, like, you know, with the dark chocolate, caramel, burnt sugar type of flavors. This is a lot more fruity, it's citrusy, it's completely different, you know, so yeah, but it works as, again, any kind of method, espresso, filtered, and Americano, it was just lovely all around. Yeah, so excellent coffee. I'm not gonna give away because I would like to tell you a little bit as to how it would compare to the one I had, what I filmed yesterday that you will see in a few weeks here on a Sunday. But yeah, this was fabulous. Again, Kent, thank you so much. Thank you so much for this gift. I will enjoy these coffees. We will revisit these coffees, but there's so many things to try that, yeah, I'll keep filming. I'll keep trying these coffees. Maybe this would be a good one to compare. Maybe that's what I'll do with this bag. I mean, it worked great. It's beautiful coffee. And I would enjoy, as I'm dialing it in, I would really enjoy it. I mean, maybe I can dial this in for the Pietro versus the Duo and do this coffee for that. Could be, it's 250 grams, you know, I'll have to brew it maybe 2 or 3 times on the Duo and 2 or 3 times on the Pietro to get it just where I really like it. And this time I'm not gonna concentrate on the timing to match the timing. I'm just gonna concentrate on the flavor. So based on just flavor, to see if I can taste a difference and whatnot. Because my first test was the Pietro versus the Zero, but it was more dialed in for getting the same timing instead of like the best flavor. I got it to where it was really good flavor on both, but it was a little bit of a compromise. And the Pietro ended up winning that comparison. I could really tell a difference. And yeah, the Pietro made the better cup of filter coffee. But the next battle will be the Pietro and the Duo. And I'm gonna get that, start dialing that in for you guys and do that comparison. And we'll see what we get into on the next video. So I don't know, this was really strange thing today, really weird video. To understand everything that I'm saying here on this part, you would have to see last week's video, because that's when I started recording this brew session here, where I made the filter coffee and I had to split the video because it got too long and too complicated. So if you want to understand the whole entire thing, just watch last Friday's video when I started this brew session and you'll see the filter coffee. I started recording yesterday and did the unboxing, then the next day. This has been just insane, like what a crazy video. Anyway, thank you for sticking around. If you're here to, until the end, you let me know. Man, I hung in there until... Leave me, let's see. I'm gonna tell you an emoji. Start your comment with a 100%. That means you went 100% of the video, which I can't imagine anybody doing. But there'll be a couple people. Put the 100% and then type in your comment. Drop in to say hello. If you just leave me, like John always leaves me the little emojis. Thank you, John. Really appreciate you, brother. I have to revisit the French press, which I know is your preferred brewing method. I gotta revisit the French press. As a matter of fact, I have a French press that I bought a long time ago. I've used it very few times, and I don't think I ever recorded a video with that French press. I did do a French press video, but that was with my sister's French press. And yeah, I have to revisit the French press for John. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Kent, brother, thank you. One day I'll visit you in Norway. The camera woman is planning the next escapade. I thought for sure it was going to be Germany. I even recorded a video just to let you guys know. And maybe I could have seen Anton over there. I don't know, but I don't know. It's really where I wanted to go. But I don't think Berlin and Prague is going to happen this year. But she's still planning something, and it might happen. Again, the amount of time that you need for everything that has to happen on each vacation is a little bit different. The time you can get off of work is different. Even the prices of things. Sometimes, a trip to Berlin could be X amount, and somewhere really close by, that also another place we want to see, it could be totally different, and the flight and everything works out better, and better cost or whatever. So yeah. So anyway, I don't know. If Germany still happens, I'll let you guys know somehow. If not, again, when we do the next travel, I want to start the other channel. Maybe I'll start it even before then and start recording for the other channel, where I'm going to be doing more vlogs. You get to see me like probably on every video, not like this kind of thing. Again, I'm going to keep this channel Coffee, and that's all it's going to be. I've always said that if I want to do something else for my creative outlet, I'll start another channel, and I think I'm kind of ready to do that. Way less editing. Yes, it'll be a bunch of short clips. Oh, another thing is, the other channel is going to be way less of a commitment, because my videos, I'm going to try to keep them at around 15 minutes. That's it. They're just quick in and out, small videos, short videos showing you different places we go to, or different things, even here around Miami. Some coffee stuff. We'll have a little bit of everything. Sometimes I just want to complain or talk to you guys about something. Anyway, thank you for watching. I appreciate my coffee family here on YouTube a whole bunch. You guys are the best. I love you guys. This was the most strangest coffee video I think I've ever recorded, but it is what it is. You can't strive for perfection, because then you'll never get started. Anyway, thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys. And this will be a Friday video, so I'll see you guys on Sunday.